Hello, welcome to Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humorist. Now with new joke technology. Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, Certified Forensic Humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. Welcome to Critical Joke Theory, episode 40. Now with new joke technology. An opened caption for the humor impaired. Testimony in the trial of E. Jean Carroll versus Donald Rape Trump, seen here having a pussy-grabbing flashback, ended on Thursday afternoon. Closing arguments are set for Friday the 26th. Trump's inane arguments will go on and on and on. The New Hampshire primary was held on Tuesday, and the winners were President Biden, Donald Trump, and the people who can finally stop watching political ads. The next primaries are in South Carolina. The Democratic primary is scheduled for February 3rd, and the Republican primary is scheduled for February 24th. Thoughts and prayers. Vivek Ramaswamy, Ron DeSantis, and Tim Scott have all suspended their campaigns to be the Republican candidate for president. This reminds me of a joke. A white man, a black man, and an Indian go to sell their dignity and endorse Trump for president, as if they had any dignity to begin with. After only one caucus and one primary, the RNC is considering canceling the remainder of the GOP primaries to declare Trump the presumptive nominee. Apparently, the longer Nikki Haley remains in the race, the more she gets under Trump's skin, and no one wants to see that. Alabama executed Kenneth Eugene Smith on Thursday for the 1988 stabbing death of a pastor's wife, Elizabeth Sennett. That's the state of Alabama, not Alabama State. The Hornets were dreadful last season and couldn't execute an end around. Smith was originally to be executed on November 17, 2022, but prison personnel botched the lethal injection attempt. This time, Smith was executed using nitrogen hypoxia. This method of killing is experimental and considered cruel and unusual for mammals. Smith's attorneys objected to this method, saying that Smith was being used as a guinea pig. Smith's last meal was steak, hash browns, and eggs, thus proving that he was not being treated as a guinea pig. If he were being treated as a guinea pig, he would have been fed hay and veggies. Janelle Grant, a former employee of World Wrestling Entertainment, has sued the company, its embattled founder, Vince McMahon, and its former head of talent relations, John Laurinaitis, alleging sexual assault, trafficking, and emotional abuse. McMahon denies the accusation, but is willing to settle the lawsuit in a no-holds-barred cage match. Former Trump White House advisor Peter Navarro was sentenced to 4 months in prison Thursday for criminal contempt of Congress, with a federal judge telling him he was not a victim or a target of political persecution, as much as he may have proclaimed otherwise. Navarro was also ordered to pay a $9,500 fine. Navarro was claiming that Trump had invoked executive privilege, confusing it with executing white privilege. A nose wheel fell off a Delta Airlines Boeing 757 passenger jet and rolled away as the plane lined up for takeoff over the weekend from Atlanta's International Airport in Georgia, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. According to a preliminary FAA notice, none of the 184 passengers or 6 crew on board were hurt in the incident, which took place on Saturday at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Apparently, with all of the bad press Boeing has been receiving lately, the wheel just didn't want to be associated with Boeing and was taking an early retirement. Donald Trump Jr., seen here demonstrating his nipple-pinching technique, told his story at a rally in Iowa. He was returning from a trip with 2 of his kids. He stopped at the McDonald's at the airport, and the bill for the 3 of them came to $49. This was proof as far as he was concerned, that inflation was too high and he blamed Joe Biden. Let's pretend that Junior is telling the truth about his McDonald's bill for three coming to $49. First, what did they order? Second, he's eating at the airport. Penny candy is $12. Like airport food was ever cheap? Or was it even cheaper under his father? Junior, please. Japan's smart lander for investigating moon, or SLIM, safely landed on the moon, but at a bad angle. It landed in the right place, but it must have had the wrong tilt. The SLIM was powered down with 12% battery power remaining, with hopes that the sun may shine on the solar panels from the west, and at that time they can restart the lander, although the chances of that are slim. The United Auto Workers have endorsed Joe Biden for president. The UAW appreciated the support that the president gave them during their strike, and they called Trump a scab. The scabs have formed a union to protest being associated with Donald Trump. I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist, now with New Joke Technology. Thank you for watching Critical Joke Theory. Be safe out there, and don't feed the crazies. Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist, now with New Joke Technology.